Okay, and I think we are live. So, hello and welcome to F3 Season 6, Round 6 of the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it is me, Bunty, taking you along the action with Mr. Charlie. Charlie, how are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely perfect. It's great to have you alongside me for F3 tonight, as it's of course your first return after God knows how long since F4 last season. But,
Yeah.
glad to have you here tonight, and hopefully it'll be great to have you here.
Yeah, it's nice to be returning. I don't think I've commentated F3 at all, and looking with obviously all the full grids and some good racing and some slightly poor racing. We're hoping it will be some good racing as we're waiting just for the last 3 drivers to join. But I mean, looking, Charlie, just at the moment at the championship standings. For anyone who doesn't know, VIP GTA Gamer leading with 76 points, Oliver in second with 57, and Sadio Mano in third on 55. Just the top 3 I'll read out. VIP obviously looking like he could win his second title in a row. Do you think maybe Hungary might be a good track for him, or do you know maybe if Hungary is a good track for him from time trial, or what do you think?
I haven't really been paying attention. I haven't really been paying a lot of attention to lap times of drivers, to be honest, around this track. As not one of my personal favourites, to be honest, but it's definitely one where there is usually good races, but sometimes there's bad races. Knowing F3, hopefully they can have a good race, because last season it was quite a good one, I would say.
Yeah, it'll be definitely very interesting to see how this race goes, because as we know with Hungary, overtaking is quite difficult. I'm just going to quickly check if Bullboy's in this session. He is, so I
Once
think...
he is, this,
who are we rating?
who is it?
The Red Bull, so I
Michael...
think that'd be Rackler, would it? Or no, Dan Messi.
Michael Van Dongen said he had an issue, he's in.
So we are waiting on the last Red Bull.
Is it a Red Bull? No, Red Bull are in. Who is it? Oh, it's an Aston Martin, it's VIP.
Okay, so we are waiting on a championship leader with a minute to go. It'd be quite funny if he did not manage to join, because Aston Martin as well, they're also leading the constructors. So, I mean, VIP and Neil Zano, I think they're two Dutch drivers, obviously, who definitely look like they have pace, loads of pace. It's just sometimes whether they can actually have the consistency in a race to always bring home the podiums. But be very interesting as well. Your mate in second, obviously, Oliver. So how have you found this season? Do you think it's gone the way you would have thought, as VIP's already joined?
I mean, I'm a bit surprised that VIP's leading, to be honest. I was expecting Evo to dominate, to be honest, but after Bahrain, after he got penalised, of course, he didn't get the win in the end, and after that, he's just pretty much dropped off the pace, it seems, in the races. But he's quick in the qualifiers. The last podium he's had was in Austria, and that was for the feature race, and he's only had 2 podiums, and he's been P7 twice as well, so definitely not the season the Dutchman would probably want to be having, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. You say Dutchman, there's so many Dutchmen in the top 10. I think there's only Oliver, Sadio and Bullboy who aren't Dutch, but we'll be seeing how this one goes. I don't think we have we have no Hungarian drivers, at least in F3. In terms of all across FRL, I think the only one is Dundee, who will be participating tomorrow, where obviously me and you featured tomorrow, so it will be very interesting to, I guess, take a few notes from this, because I think the lap times will be quite interesting, see if anyone can get into the 14s. I know Niels has done it in practice, but practice is one thing. The pressure can get to you in, of course, the real thing. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it goes. But just as we load in, obviously we'll wait, but just to see all the drivers, and then we'll make our predictions, which is something I always forget, but it'll be interesting, as it is dry.
It is definitely something that I'd always forget as well, but thankfully you actually reminded me.
But yeah, we'll see, of course, 10 seconds left as we're just loading in. It's been a while since I've commentated, so I'm not sure really what to talk about. Obviously, F4, what I commentated before, F3, definite step up. Usually the grids are a lot closer in F3, it's always been a good watch, so as we have now loaded in, just looking around, obviously you have Jesse as well, came from F4. A lot of these drivers are from F4 as well. VIP GTA Gamer, Dan Messi racing F4, Demoniac racing F4, of course. Sadio Mano back in GHR days was in F4. If anyone even knows what GHR is, or is the Global Hub Racing, what FRL once used to be called. Yuri as well was in F4 very late on in the season. And Evo as well, I think he won France in F4. So as you can tell, a lot of drivers here have been promoted from the bottom tier of FRL. So a lot of the drivers are trying to kind of prove a point in F3. VIP at the moment doing just that, as he is of course leading a championship. But looking in the comments, Ballboy very pleased that he is obviously on time. And quite a few people surprised by that, which I don't blame them. Ballboy's maybe not got the best attendance in terms of FRL, but Sadio Mano is the first man out on track for Belgium, of course. We will be going to Belgium, if anyone's wondering. I think that's the halfway point, and I think that might be just before or just after the break week, if anyone's wondering. FRL, of course, we have 16 races, a break week halfway in between, 3 sprint races, and yeah, very much looking forward to this qualifying session and the race in general. I'll look actually at the constructors as well, because I was wondering where Alpine are. Alpine are third. Aston Martin lead the constructors with 108 points. Alfa Romeo in second with 79. Alpine, who we're watching here, obviously 65 in third. Ferrari in fourth with 57. Mercedes with 44, that infamous number. Red Bull just 1 point behind in sixth on 43. AlphaTauri in seventh on 21. Haas in 8th on 12, Williams in 9th on 10, and McLaren have the wooden spoon with just 7 points, as we will go on an onboard with Sadio Mano through this very, very twisty lap, which is the Hungarian, obviously into turn 1, brake as late as possible, and then you're going to pick up the second DRS zone, as we only have 2 DRS zones around Hungary, I believe so, which I think I'm correct. This is turn 2, if you don't count the little kink exit of turn 1, coming into turn 3, this is completely flat out, and Sadio Mano has a Red Bull ahead of him, and he'll just go past that. His middle sector is 26.7, which is very respectable, and Sadio Mano is out of the race, or out of the qualifying already, just like that, and that curb is absolutely deadly, and it's one of the corners you don't want to get wrong, and Sadio Mano very much got it wrong. And he is out as VIP GTA Gamer. This session already sparking off. He has got a 5-place grid penalty for colliding. I think that was with Sen. So this session has already got off to a rocket launch of a start. I'm just going to go on board with Dan Messi. I think he's one of the furthest on board with the lap, as we're still waiting for Charlie, I think, to get back. But Dan Messi on the medium, see what he can do, see whether he can survive the curb. But we all go on board. 26 or 27.1, pretty good. And then you don't want to touch this inside curb, which is turn 5. And then in comes the chicane of 6 and 7, as it's not on one of his best laps, Dan Messi. But navigating the chicane quite well, keeping it on the track, which is one of the main things you want to do around here. This is turn, I think, 9. And then a little bit of a straight. This is all flat out, of course, which is just cooling off the tyres before turn 11, which is really nasty corner. As you can see, as he just about saves it, and Dan Messi has backed off. But my oh my, this is going crazy as VIP gets rear wing damage, possibly, as he goes backwards into the wall. This is F3, and it's already absolutely kicking off. We'll go on board with Matey Boy, from where Dan Messi left us off, coming through the second sector. Just missed his split there. This is turn 13, unlucky 13. As you don't want to get really too much on that exit curve, as it can unsettle the car. But Matey Boy really wrestling the car through the last corner of the Williams. As Ruben at the moment has pole, and Matey Boy does go fourth. Quite a bit of Ruben. Ruben setting a very solid banker, as Alpha King goes second with an AlphaTauri. Second and third, and the Alpha is driving the Alpha, mind the pun. But VIP still, I'm not sure what's happened to him, but this is one of the worst flying laps you'll ever see. As little Brookie goes second, the man obviously who won the Mads Tribute event, one of the races, I think it was in Baku, and I think we have Charlie back.
Yeah, I'm finally back.
I mean, I would say you haven't missed much, but VIP GTA Game has got a 5-second penalty, and the first man we went on board with, Sadio Mano, is out of the race, or out of the qualifying.
Don't you mean 5-place grid penalty?
Oh yeah, sorry if I said that wrong, 5-place grid penalty, but Yeah, Ruben out on top. You haven't missed much, but anyone you got on your eye on as we return to the action?
Well, I mean, considering I haven't really seen a lot, but at the moment Ruben on top, I was going to say Neil Sano for P1, VIP for P2.
Predictions,
P3,
yeah.
yeah, for P3 I was going to do Sadio Mano, but he's out now. But what exactly happened about the 5-place grid penalty?
I couldn't really see because we went on board with Sadio. Sadio crashed, and then a few seconds later, obviously, 5-place grid penalty for VIP. I think he collided with Sen. So VIP once again, lack of consistency. I've criticised him for it last season in F4, watching him obviously the whole way through. But yeah, not one of his finest qualifyings at the moment. He's sitting last as well, so I guess maybe he might want to go for P11 and go for that medium strategy, unless he wants to go for pole, qualify P6. But it'll be interesting to see what the medium runners do as well, as at the moment Evo's the highest medium runner, sitting in 6th. He's also improving, so we'll keep an eye out for him. But any surprises at the moment so far? Ruben out on top is obviously a little bit of a surprise, but anyone else you spotted?
Probably Lil Brookie, to be honest, because, you know, the Haas team of JB and Lil Brookie, father and son, of course, they weren't having the best of starts for the start of the season, but after Austria, they definitely scored their first points after it, and JB sat in 8th, and then Lil Brookie in 2nd. Definitely not looking like a very bad position for the two asses, but if VIP was to go for P11, you might want to try and put on a set of mediums instead, but he's actually exiting the pit lane on softs. He could have gone for mediums and try and start in the top 10 on them, instead of having to start P16 with the 5-place grid penalty.
Yeah, just as you were speaking there, Michael Van Dongen had to catch a slide. He's really pushing quite hard as he comes through his second sector. Is he going to invalidate? He manages to actually keep on track. I can't see if he's improving or not. I think he's slightly improving. So he looks like he's going to stay 4th at the moment. It was just about half a tenth if you couldn't spot it. Sen as well, not sure if I saw that. He goes 3rd in a Ferrari. But at the moment, as you said, Haas looking quite good. Surprisingly, looking at the championship standings, as Michael Van Dongen finishes off his lap, he doesn't improve. JB, I thought he'd be quite a bit higher, because he's usually someone who's very consistent, but he's had 2 DNFs in 4 races, or 5 races if you want to count a sprint. So, as you said, Haas at the moment looking quite good, but a lot of medium runners which could spice up the field.
Yeah, it's definitely spice up the field, but of course they could be going for the mediums just to get in their first runs, of course, so we will probably eventually see them switch over to those softs. But just when I was on board with Michael Van Dongen, he was definitely losing the rear in mostly in sector 2 and 3, and that definitely cost him time. So maybe he's having issues with tire temperatures on his rear tires, so maybe that could also play another factor with these drivers.
Yeah, definitely tire temps are for sure a massive issue around Hungary. You can reach, or from my research, you can reach about 106 last corner. It's not a very pleasant experience. Scar is someone who's pretty, he can definitely crash in and have a bit of a fumble with normal tyre temps, but with hot tyre temps, I don't imagine Scar will maybe make it through the session without DNFing, but he's going on quite a nice lap at the moment, Scar. Obviously, he won, I think, I'm not sure which track it was, it might have been Spain in the Mads Tribute event, so Little Bricky and Scar have a bit of form if you count yesterday's event, but Scar coming through the last corner, the NSX man, obviously the only one on this grid, then McLaren man is going to go P2, and that's a bit of a surprise. I didn't expect him to be that high as Mr. Merckx, which is, I think, Dittis Luke, as you told me, goes 2nd as well. So, starting to turn into a bit of a close quali, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely been starting to become the close quali, so Ruben might be shaking his boots a little bit. But yeah, of course, Scar is the only NSX driver, but I believe it was China they won last time in the event. But I think Sen's on a lap as well, but I'm not sure if he's actually backed off. He was 11 milliseconds up. I think Alpha King's in his way now, so no, he's going purple actually. He's just gone purple in the second sector. He's got Alpha King in his way, so that might not be good.
Yeah, Ruben was hardly improving at all, but as you said, I think he's got an Alpha Tauri ahead of him. They managed to get out of the way. I'm not sure whether that was completely holding up, but we'll see towards the end of the lap. He's going to manage the... Can he go top? No, he can't. He doesn't even improve, so maybe the Alpha Tauri did hold him up. Ruben, however, he hasn't validated. He was apparently half a second up. I'm not sure if that was right, because he might have just floored it. but he's going to go for another lap.
1. It said sector 1 for me, but look at VIP, he's actually gone up into P3 as well, so at the moment he'd be in P8. I think JB's just gone 7th, and he has.
Good luck from JB. Some really fast laps going through. This is starting to become quite a close qualifying session, but Ruben out on top, someone you probably wouldn't put your money on to get pole, but the Alpine seems to be a little bit of a level above the rest at the moment. We'll see what his first sector time is. He's half a tenth up, and it's actually not a very fast first sector. Ruben hopefully doesn't mind me saying that, but I guess in the middle and last sector, he was really strong, so it's now whether he can actually keep it up. But looking very smooth from the Alpine, so maybe got a little bit more of a stable setup compared to maybe more of an oversteery one. But Ruben going quite well. Obviously his teammate is last, so the two Alpines are obviously sandwiching it, and he's almost half a second up here. This could be an absolutely flying lap from Ruben, and I mean, he's been in FRL quite a while. He's quite an aggressive driver. For him to hit the front, it will be quite key, and it could actually put him in a good position to get the race win. But Ruben round the last corner, is it going to be 14? He's going to pick up the DRS. Is it 14? Oh, it is! What a lap time from Ruben, and that is absolutely blitzing the field by 7 tenths. And I mean, Charlie, can anyone respond to that? Because there is an absolute massive gap to seconds.
Little Brookie might be able to, and he's actually a tenth and a half up in the first sector, I believe, so maybe look out for him. He's got Ferrari coming up in his way here, so hopefully they will move out the way if they're not on lap. I think they are on a lap, actually. That is Demoniac. But a driver that's quite surprising me at the moment, 3 drivers actually. You've got Evo, only sat in P11, he's on a lap right now though, I believe. Jesse's just entered the pit lane. Oliver's only sat in P16.
Yeah. Pretty poor. Just looking at Brookie, I think he's going to finish up on a lap, but a lot of guys are on mediums. Brookie, that's quite encouraging for the rest of the field. He goes second. So, I mean, Brookie, no disrespect to him, I don't think he's a qualifying merchant, so I reckon people can beat him, obviously, as Evo does just that. He goes second now. So, once again, people, I think, on their second or even last runs are starting to improve. Neil Sarno, he's coming up to the line. We know what he can do in terms of pace. He goes only 7th. That's a big surprise, as I think Cassidy improves as well. So, anyone else you can see on a flying lap at the moment?
Not from what I see at the moment. Oh, and Michael Van Dongen's crashed out of the session. I just caught that.
Yeah, me too.
Second to last corner.
Oh, that is gutting for him, and that's another Honda-powered car out of the session. I think he might have just got on the curb there on the exit of, I think that was turn 13, and he's absolutely lost it, and that's kind of blocking the way for the likes. I think that's Oliver on a run. He's actually on a softs, so see what Oliver can do here. See if he can try and salvage that Alfa Romeo into the top 10, and he doesn't. And that is a shock, to be honest. Maybe not as much as like Hamilton and Saudi, but Oliver, the man second in the championship, only 16th.
It's definitely not something good to see, but Alpha King's gone out on the mediums, even though he set a lap on the softs. Maybe he feels like he's going to have a much better lap on the mediums, but the next driver to cross the line, I think it's going to be the Red Bull, actually, of Dan. But I think it's on lap, and I think Yori's just... I think I just saw someone spin, I can't quite remember, I didn't see it. Oh, there it is. I think it's Mercedes, but VIP's gone purple in sector 1 from what I see. Dan's just entered the pit lane. VIP's gone purple though, so let's see if he can go the quickest.
Oh my goodness, this takes going wide to an absolute new extreme. I'm not sure if he was pushing there, but he gets out of the way of the Mercedes, who I think you said spun. But we'll look at VIP, see what one of the many Dutchmen can do round here. Second sector, 3 tenths up, so that's at the moment going to put him P3. But can he keep it going? Number 87 coming into turn 13. This corner is quite tough, especially on exit. Just the whole corner in general can catch drivers out, but he manages to negotiate it well. And then look at the understeer. He's going to be suffering through here. Doesn't manage to hook up his apex completely, but VIP coming up to the line. What's it going to be? It's second. Very good luck from VIP, but still 3 tenths from Ruben. I mean, Ruben could be on pole here with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, it's definitely shocked me that he's actually P1 to be honest, but VIP, although he's second, he's still going to be 7th with that 5-place grid count, so that will promote Evo, Lil Brookie, Dan, Mr. Merckx and Neil Sano up 1 position. But I think Scars on the laps, he's actually nearly a full 10th up in sector 1.
Yeah, solid first sector. If you're in a 26s, it's good, but he's 3/10 up and he doesn't validate. That would have put him P4, Charlie, so that's going to be quite gutting. Hopefully he has enough fuel in the car, because otherwise I don't think he has enough time to pit, stick on a fresh set of tyres and go again. Jesse, though, he does a 54.2. He's not improving, but I think his last sector on his last lap was pretty poor, as he's 2.3 seconds from pole, so if he can finish this lap, I think Jesse's going to jump up quite a few positions. He's already running out of VRS. Is it going to be an improvement? Hardly. I mean, a second is quite a lot, but he's only takes him to P16. So once again, some of the heavy hitters, as you know more or a lot better than I do, aren't performing at the moment. I think Ruben's on a lap, but looking at Yuri, I think Yuri might be the furthest along.
I believe Yuri actually just completed his lap, and no, never mind that, he's actually 500ths up in the first sector.
Yeah, the Williams, it looks odd in the Williams compared to last season when he was in McLaren, but he's looking like he has got a bit of pace to give right now. He doesn't want to stay P9 because I think he'd rather be P11 than P9, because especially if someone out-qualifies him, you do not want to be in that dangerous P10. But he's really on the limit, and I can't see how much he's up by. Oh, it's half a second. Okay, so this is going to put him P4, and he invalidates. Oh no! Oh, that is gutting. As I think Ruben, I think Ruben's just crossed the line, hasn't he? Yeah,
Ruben is
starting. I think he's done a lap of fuel burning. If he has, that is very clever. But Evo, he's also on a lap. Little Brookie's on a lap. Everyone's starting a lap. So this is absolute go time. Who is going to try and nick pole off Ruben? If anyone is, just going to look on Ruben's first sector, see if he can improve. And he's not improving. Jesse out of the session. But, he invalidates. So that means Evo. Can Evo do anything? I can't see his first sector. But the Mercedes man might be on for a good one.
Little Brookie's just invalidated, and he's got Demoniac in his way. Demoniac's getting in the way of quite a couple of drivers there, but Demoniac was on a lap, I believe. Evo, on the other hand, I don't know if he is up on his time. Dan is approaching the start-finish line. No, he's 10 seconds off.
Evo, though, we'll see what he can do, Evo. Oh, no, he's not improving. Everyone's bottling it, I dare say. Mr. Merckx, Dittis Luke, he's actually improving by a 10th. And if this is Dittis Luke, he's not one of the best qualifiers, so for him to be 6th, I think a lot of people have a lot more to give than what they are currently giving. Neil Sarno, I think he's got still another more lap. I think we got a timing glitch, that's why. So, Mr. Merckx, see what he can do in his second sector. He's one of the next ones to cross the line. He's improving by half a second. And he's backed off. Another one who's backed off.
Maybe he's doing some fuel burning. Maybe he wants to just wait, or he has run out of fuel, maybe.
Oh, Evo's still pushing, so I think a couple of them are still pushing. As now the flag goes out, so we'll see what Evo does in his first sector. He's going to need a hefty improvement, and he's not even improving, so now little Brookie...
My goodness.
Oh, he's out? Oh, is he?
I'm not gonna lie, I think his lap time would have not counted either, to be honest, because it looked like he crossed the corner on the inside, but it didn't invalidate for some reason.
I mean, if he took that much curve, I think we saw the outcome. Asley went flying off, but 14 viewers trying to see if little Brookie can possibly even take... Oh, no! Oh, little Brookie gets out all kinds of out of shape in the Haas.
Oh, look at Dan.
As Dan, I think Dan's on a good one. We'll go on board with Dan. He's further towards the end of his lap. He's only up by a 10th, but this could put him P4. Can he go second row with the grid in the Red Bull? Is it going to be enough? Oh, down just about. Who's the Alpha King? Alpha King, I think, went fourth just before that. Evo's not on a lap, so little Brookie, he's not improving. Can anyone do anything?
I think that's it.
Quali over. Ruben out on top by 3/10, the only man in the 14s. What's that from Ruben?
It's definitely... I bet Neil Sano's going to be disappointed, as of course I knew that he was in the 14s in practice sessions, but he was barely even in the 15s in the actual quali session.
Yeah, I mean, that is going to be a pretty tough pill to take for Neil Sarno, and especially with his teammate in P7. P7 and P9 for the constructors leaders. I'll look at who's second. I think it's Ferrari, I dare say, in second. No, it's Alfa Romeo, and Alfa Romeo are doing no better. 17th and 18th.
17th.
and then Alpine are first and last. So a lot of inconsistency here in FRL F3, as you'd probably expect, as Sen. It is Sen who collided with VIP GTA Gamer. But also, if you want to tune in to F4, by all means do as well.
Sen has the grid penalty as well.
Yeah, I think it is Sen who was collided in the first sector, I think it was, with VIP. But just as well, F4, I think it's coming to an end. I think Kostu's on pole, and obviously our good friend Evil Zook is at the moment in second, but no one in F4 is anywhere near the 14s, which is fair play to Ruben. I don't think I'll be able to get in a 14s in FRL F1. I probably will do a 15 flat. So that is a very impressive lap time, but I mean, can Ruben fluff this in a race when he's got this much pace to give? He just has to keep it on track, surely.
He's probably. I think he's just gonna have to keep on track. He did look like he wasn't losing the rear as much, but since Sen's got a grid penalty, that's also gonna give not VIP, sorry, Neil Sano up to P8. It's looking very cloudy here, Hungary. But yeah, Aston Martin would lock out only the 4th row now, of course. But it's looking very cloudy, so we could be expecting some rain.
Yeah, I mean, it looks, as you said, very overcast. Now, is there going to be rain? I think the drivers will tell us as fast as they can if there is. Because I know some probably want to see rain. If you're further down, I think the more of a chaotic race there is. I mean, you get a chaotic race with F3 anyway, but rain factored in would absolutely jumble up the field like a bingo. But we will see, as nice to see 15 viewers tuning into F3, so clearly a lot of drivers wondering to see if Ruben will stay on top, as we will do our predictions for the race. And it'll be interesting to see if if either of us get it right in terms of the top 3. As, I mean, surprises all round in that qualifying, wasn't it? Alfa Romeo underperforming, Sadio Mano out of the qualifying as well with Michael van Dongen, and the championship leader only in 7th. So we will see what the tyres are all like, because I reckon 1 or 2 might be on hards.
Yeah, I think there will definitely be maybe. I did get word from one of the Aston Martins that there will be no rain for the race, as there is a driver on hards, and it's FRL Jesse.
The Mercedes is trying to switch it up, just like in 2021 with Hamilton staying out. Obviously, the infamous, just him starting by himself. That could be a good strategy. I mean, his tyres will be very cold, as you can see, he's desperately trying to warm them up. How will that work out for the Mercedes man? But in terms of the medium runners, we didn't even realise this, but Yuri qualified P10 on the mediums. Maybe he could have a bit of pace with him, because he's not P11.
He actually qualified P11, remember, because Sen got the penalty.
I see. My bad. Sorry, so Yuri, I mean, he may still be a challenger for the podium, but I thought he had a lot more pace for a second. But a lot of drivers also on softs, like Cassidy, Demoniac, and just in general, the 2 Ferraris, they want to maybe, with those fresh softs, kind of make an impact in that top 10. So it'll be interesting to see if the Ferraris maybe make up a few positions. The Aston Martins, as you said, are of course looking at that 4th row. Although they wouldn't really want to lock out, but also Evo as well, and other Mercedes, he's his 2nd. But predictions, Charlie, I'll let you have the honours of going first. Who are you picking for the win, 2nd, and of course 3rd?
For the race win, I'm going to go with Ruben. He definitely looked like he had the pace. Of course, he did invalidate some of his laps, but he looks like the man to have the correct amount of pace for that race win. I think VIP, I think he's going to come back for P2 here, even with that penalty. And this is a bold prediction, but I'm going to put Sadio Mano for P3, because the man gets very good starts, I have to say. In Austria last week, he went from, I believe, P19 to P13 in just 1 lap, if I'm correct.
Damn. Well, Sadio, he's got a lot of positions to make up, but the Alpine or Sadio will line up, and he will obviously be the last one to probably get off the line. Well, that doesn't make any sense. He could be the first one to get off the line. But we will wait for a good camera angle, as well as the red lights to come on as the timings sort themselves out. As we do have 5 red lights for the Hungarian Grand Prix in F3, and it's lights out and away we go. And Evo looks like he has a slightly poor start. Alpha King is in third, but Ruben round the outside, Evo down the inside. As Ruben, I think he has it covered. Evo pokes his nose into turn 1, and it looks to be a clean turn 1 as everyone's just making it through. I don't think there's any wing damage as all the drivers in the top 10. It's a bit cleaner than what does Scar do. Scar almost pushes him off, and it's getting a little bit dirty. There's drivers on the track, but to be fair, I don't think I saw any wing damage as all the drivers are just making it through.
There is wing damage. I saw JB make it 4 wide going into turn 3 or 2, I believe. And a couple drivers do have wing damage. But like I said, Sadio Mane with the starts, up into P14 already.
I don't think there's anyone with wing damage, but as you said, Sadio Mane, brilliant start, but I think everyone's holding onto the field quite well. JB doesn't... Oh, he does have wing damage. Ooh,
yeah.
But he's managing to stay onto the pack pretty well. Dan Messi, does he have any wing damage? He doesn't. As Alpha King trying to go all the way around the outside. A little bit of space given, but to be fair to Alpha King, it was risky. Going around there, is that Casti going all the way wide there? The two... Oh, my Scar has gone and got damaged.
What is going on?
The two oh my god, Demoniac as well. What's happened here?
Don't tell me the two McLarens collided again.
A lot of drivers actually, as you maybe pointed out, do have damage.
Oh, Demoniac spun again.
I don't know what's happening to Demoniac. He seems to have some possessive seizure on the throttle. But moving on, there's both Alfa Romeos do have damage. The championship contenders are in second. Not doing too well, but at the moment, Ruben, he's pulled the gap, Charlie. 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, and here goes Michael Van Dongen actually, on the move on Sen. He actually gets it done before even going into the corner, so good move by him. But Sadio Mane, just after 1 lap, he's just gone purple in Sector 1, and he's up into the points already.
All two Alpha Tauris don't go side by side in the middle sector. It's going to be a bit argy-bargy. Do they leave the space? Just about. Respectful racing. Alpha King is really trying to make the move. I'm not sure if he was ahead before, but he's definitely behind now. Little Brookie
actually made a small mistake. And is that Demoniac again? It is.
I think he's lost his head, to be honest. As Neil Sarno, is he going to go all the way around the outside? Oh no, he hits his teammate! Oh no, what was he doing? I think he got caught on the outside curb, and it can mess up your braking. And does he have rear wing damage? That's the main question. Does he have rear wing damage? Because if he doesn't...
front wing damage.
He definitely has that, but if he has no rear wing damage, he can maybe salvage this race if he does go for a 2-stop. Either way, this race is kicked off. Casti, I think he was a man involved in a few incidents.
He's going for the move on little Brookie.
Ooh. Can he pull it off? What a move.
I think he can.
Great move. Lovely move. Oh, can he lose it though? Just about. But he manages to catch it, and little Brookie, I can't lie, he's had his pants pulled there. He's down into 8th position. But we'll look at the positions gained. As you said, I think it's Sadio Mane. Look at that, 11 positions. I think you were very much right, as Dan Messi. What's happened to Dan Messi? Is it just tyre temps, or... what's he doing? Dan Messi.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, it's chaos. Oh my god, I can't believe this.
Who now?
I can't believe this. Oh my, Dan Messi causing that by going off. I don't know how I explain what's happened there, but we'll move on. Or try to.
P5?
I don't know how he's P5, but he is P5, and I think it was Alpha King who got caught up behind Mr. Merckx.
Oh, Dan's out.
Yeah.
He's actually crashed it where Verstappen crashed on the formation lap, if I'm correct, in Hungary 2020.
Oh, safety car. I don't know how you cover that, but Dan Messi, whatever he did, he was miles wide off the track, and he rejoined very dangerously. I think he hit Mr. Merckx. Mr. Merckx then went sideways, Alpha King hit him, and then someone else hit him, and Sadio Mane's 5th. So, Alpine coming out the other side of this safety car from the first lap pretty nicely. But only one retirement, but let's hope it does clean up, because that was... I like to think on a positive side, but that was a little bit messy. Mind the pun.
Yeah, I mean, I've experienced it, of course. I did say let's have a clean race, but just after 3 laps, it's already as I would say something else, but it'll be terrible to say that on stream, but Mano's gained the most positions, 15, but look at Michael Van Dongen and Mayboy. They've made a lot of positions as well.
Have they? I didn't really think they made too many, apart from obviously the Niso tape by on Sen by Michael Van Dongen. But as you said, 8 positions. I mean, everyone in the top 10 has done brilliantly, and I think everyone in the top 10 has driven cleanly. And I think that is literally how it works in F3. You drive clean, you kind of get. I mean, Ruben, he's been out front, so he hasn't had to worry in the world, but he does decide to pit.
No, Brooke, is he going to stay out? He's going to stay out.
I mean, what would you do, Charlie? Because it's a tough decision. For what tyres, though? Because Ruben is going to go on to, I think that's hards. No, it's mediums.
I'd be going hards, to be honest.
Really? I mean, Evo's got it.
I won't lie. To be honest, I don't know why, but hards feel better to me more than mediums. I know, it's strange.
I mean, Ruben hasn't gone hard. He's decided to go mediums, but Evo's listened to you in that 5-second split decision, and he's decided to go hard. So we have Ruben, who's the leader on the fresh mediums, and we got Evo, who's the leader on the fresh hards. And just like that, everyone seems to have made a pit stop already onto fresh tyres. That was pretty fast from all the pit crews. As Brookie, as you said, staying out. I mean, if there's another safety car, Charlie, by the rate of this driving, little Brookie could be possibly in a race lead. But then again, he'll drop right back to the rear of the field, so Brookie might have made a poor decision here.
But he's definitely made a poor decision. Even if a safety car does come out, it's still going to be a poor decision to stay out right now. Because you've got Lil Brookie, Yuri, Michael, Jesse, Mayboy, and then you've got some other drivers at the back that have not pitted. But Lil Brookie is probably the one who's came out worse with this, deciding to not pit. But you never know if he can pull away with all the guys behind on mediums. But I think his tyres are going to be quite up. I mean, they'll be up to temperature for sure, but they're probably going to be worn out just after a few laps already, to be honest.
I don't know who Alicia is, but I just saw that constant push boy. But it never escapes you. It always follows you. But as you said, at Brookie, look at him. He's almost sliding into turn 13. It seems as though he really does want to warm up those tyres. But surely he's going to be driving those tyres into the ground, because the softs wear out at a rate of knots around here. But maybe, does that mean Yuri? Maybe he will hit the front and run off with the... Well, try and run off with the trophy. It's hardly a trophy from my memory around Hungary. It's more of a, what do you call it? A pottery design. Am I waffling?
Yeah, you're waffling.
I thought so. But Jesse as well. I mean, Jesse has absolutely benefited loads from this safety car. Obviously, I think he started. I'll have a check. I think he might have the most positions gained now.
He's probably got the most positions.
He's joined second along with Michael Van Dongen because he started way back in the 16th, and obviously being on the hards, he can go all the way to around, I'd imagine, lap 22 if he wants to go then to mediums, or lap 27 if he wants to go to softs at the end. So Jesse has options. The Mercedes pit crew will be doing the maths onto what's the best strategy for Mr. Jesse, but look at his championship as well. He's only had 1 point, so at the moment he might be a little bit nervous that he's at the moment got 12 to his name, but he hasn't made a pit stop yet. But I think in terms of our predictions, or your predictions, you said at VIP second. He's at the moment provisional P3 with obviously the pit stops. As Scar leaves the session, I think that might just be connection related. I think that
is connection related, so I'll invite him back really quickly.
Yeah, that would be kind of you, but yeah, I think your predictions are doing quite well with Sadio, VIP and Ruben. They're actually doing extremely well if you take Eve out of the equation. But safety car in this lap, let's see who will get the best restart, see if any positions can be made. Little Brookie obviously leading the way on those old soft tyres. How good will his traction be off the last corner? And Yuri, he's going to be thinking to himself, can I maybe possibly get to the front and try and pull away from the rest of the pack? Yuri only got 10 points as well at the moment in this championship, so he'll be looking to score a couple more. And Brookie, when's he going to go?
I can't even find Scar on PS4 for some reason.
He should still be able to get an invite, but as we say that, Brookie has left, he's gone, and Yuri, Yuri's gone off! Oh, that is a poor mistake from Yuri, he's going to be gutted at that, and he might lose a position, and he has lost a position.
He's going to lose more positions.
He's going to lose a lot of positions. Jesse has got him, and now Ruben is actually going to try and go all the way around the outside. I don't know what's happened to Yuri.
VIP!
Oh my goodness, VIP, can he make it stick? This is going to be a brilliant move from VIP. World-class move. But Yuri's going to try and get him back. But what a move from VIP GTA Gamer. That is the move of the night for now. As everyone has absolutely sawn past Yuri. Yuri loses 4 positions as it seems to be pretty well behaved as Scar joins. So not sure if you gave him an invite, but he will be either way pretty thankful for the invite in the group chat. But Brookie, 3/10 ahead, Charlie. I think Brookie's going to have to pit soon because this pace is pretty poor.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be pretty poor. Hopefully Scar can also retake control of his car, of course. But Alpha King and JB were having a bit of a battle through the chicane, actually, battling for P14. JB managed to come, I think he came out on top. Don't know who was overtaking who. But
Sadio as well. Yeah. Sorry, you were saying, yeah.
Yeah, but Lil Brookie's definitely going to be slowest. He's probably going to be slowest on the track because he might be able to keep the drivers behind, but it will be tricky. He's going to have to probably hope for another safety cars. Look at Ruben on Jesse.
Is he going to send it on the brakes? Of course he is, Ruben. He's got the better compound of tyres. Will Jesse give him the space? I mean, that is the least amount of space you can legally give. But he has done it. Ruben, down the inside. VIP's going to try and follow him through. Ruben on Jesse. It's aggressive racing. And Jesse manages to stay on the track. And I have to clap my hands and say, well done. Because that could have ended quite badly. And VIP as well gets past him. But Jesse, that was clever by him. Charlie, of course, he didn't he did somewhat back out, but he managed to keep it on the track, which is what matters.
Well, at the moment, my prediction's looking good, as pretty much Ruben and VIP are provisionally P1 and P2, but if I'm correct, I just saw some de-racing. His Scar's actually retired, he's crashed, actually.
That is a safety car again.
Little Brookie should pit.
Oh, and that's a bit frustrating. Scar has 3 DNFs out of 4 races, and he's making it 4 out of 6, depending if you count obviously the sprint race. But Dan leaves now, but Scar, I mean, it goes from bad to worse, doesn't it? Connection issues and our retirement. Brookie will say thank you very much. I wonder how much Brookie paid Scar there. But Michael Van Dongen, he's pitting as well. You've got to remember, I think he's going to go hard because he hasn't pitted yet.
I'd imagine they'll both go hard, to be honest. If Lil Brookie goes mediums, I mean, he'd probably have the better tire than Ruben and that, of course, but if he goes mediums, he might not be able to make it to the end. I think that he's going for a set of mediums, actually. Still not the best decision, to be honest. I'd rather be going hards. Michael's actually listened to me. He's gone for the hards. But look at Mano. P5. The man's just a machine with these... He's just a machine on gaining these positions.
Yes. I mean, you know F3 so well, and for you to say he's going to make up moves, he definitely did. I was just going to say, I think he was making a move on Sen when he saw about Brookie, and Physico did say Brookie should pit. Brookie has pitted, and he's down with 15th, but Charlie, how much are those fresh tyres worth around Hungary? Because compared to other tracks, we know Hungary's quite high deg, so do you think it will be able to benefit with those fresher tyres, Brookie, or do you think overtaking will be too difficult?
I mean, he's probably going to be able to overtake people, but I doubt they're going to make it to the end, to be honest. If certain drivers are getting to the end, that'd be either Michael and Yuri, then of course Jesse is the only driver yet to pit. Yeah,
I mean, that's actually a good point. Brookie, can he go to the end? I mean, Physico and anyone can tell me in the comments, because I don't know too much about how long tyres can go, but Brookie probably can go to the end. And can the rest of them go to the end? That is the question. It will be very interesting to find out if we don't get any more safety cars, because we will see how the strategies all pan out. But Evo, at the moment, could be in a box seat for the win, as the Mercedes pit crew, once again, probably drawing up the statistics, trying to work out whether he needs to get past his teammate. I wonder if Jesse will let him through.
I think he will.
I think he will, because Jesse's a nice guy. I think he's loose engineer, so he knows about strategy fairly well. I think he'll let his teammate through. But then Sadio's absolutely going to come ploughing through in behind to try and get past. As Yuri... What's happened with Yuri? The 2 Williams... Matey Boy.
He's pitting, I think. Oh.
Matey Boy's
wait.
boxing again for hards, I think.
He's
I
on
think
fresh softs. How's that happened?
I think he's doing it to use 2 compounds of tyres. Am I right in saying that?
Wait. I swear he was just on mediums.
Ah, he's clever. Because obviously, Charlie, you can't do a medium, can you? But you can do a medium, soft, medium by doing 1 lap on softs. So Matey Boy, our little mate, he's been an absolute genius here, and he's going to scumbag, I think, this beautifully.
I think there was a glitch, actually. I just checked the race director, and it said he was on the mediums at the start.
I'll have a quick check, because I reckon he did 1 lap on softs.
Maybe it's
Look, he did 1
glitch.
lap on... No, he did do a lap on softs, because in terms of tyres, you can see use a pair of softs.
Yeah, but if you look at his lap times, it only shows mediums.
I think that's because of the pit stop, so I think he hasn't done a full lap on the softs, because maybe the Williams pit crew is a little bit further behind than the others. This is the most you're going to hear about strategies, but I think it was very clever from Matey Boy. But Charlie, you see Michael Van Dongen and Yuri going hard, so maybe that tells us that those mediums by Sadio, Ruben and VIP, they won't make it to the end. So this can be interesting. Safety car in this lap. I don't think you've heard 2 commentators talk about strategy as much as we have in the space of a whole safety car, but hopefully we don't get another DNF. But any thoughts in terms of the restart? Do you think VIP might be able to get Ruben?
I mean, I'm not really sure, to be honest. All I do know is that Jesse's probably going to let either Bobby. Of course, he's got to make sure he lets him buy at the right time, because he doesn't want to lose himself positions either. Because, of course, he's going to be trying to probably hold up Mano. But I want to see what Mano can do. His rookie's spun, I think, actually.
Well, he's spun already, but look at that, VIP! Oh, he's right on the back of Ruben. Ruben's has an awful restart, as VIP, I think, might have lifted off there. He's going to go down the inside. Can Aston Martin make another brilliant move? And I think they're not going to make any contact. Oh, they bang wheels! And VIP just about keeps it on track, but he does fall into second. I think he was going to make the move there. So that was quite nasty from Ruben, but they both managed to keep their wings intact as Evo has got past Jesse. I think that was team orders.
Yeah, it was team orders. I saw Jesse backing off on the straight. Sen, though, he's really on the rear of Sadio Mano here.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about a move at the end of Sector 1, but knew it would be an absolute kamikaze move, so he thought better of it. But Sadio, maybe he's not had the best of tyre warm-up, as he's actually, to be fair, he's on the back of Jesse. It's just the 2 hard runners, or it's the top 4 in general. They seem to be spreading out quite a bit. So maybe a bit of dirty air involved there, possibly. But as you said, Sen, the Ferrari man, really pushing quite hard to try and make a move on Sadio. But any other moves being made further behind? Not that I can see. I know Bullboy, he's made up quite a few positions. But JB, side by side with Dittis Luke, these 2 have been in the league quite a while, so they know each other very well. A lot of respect given. And JB's going to fly all the way around the outside. Goodness. But now look at this, Mr. Merckx, he gets a better exit. As I think Sadio...
Well, they're going to go 3 wide.
Sadio as well.
Wide, I think.
And then Mr. Merckx. Oh my goodness, it's 3 wide. I don't know what's happened there, but Neil Sarno...
Oh my goodness.
I think he's pulled it off, Neil Sarno. Was that a double overtake? Wow. I think it might be, as the Aston Martins are absolutely on fire here. And I don't think there's any sign of rear wing damage on that car from Neil Sarno's previous incident, as he makes the move. As JB still trying to keep it side by side with Mr. Merckx, but he does manage to stay in P11, as Mr. Merckx does get a penalty. But, oh, take a breather. That was pretty chaotic, wasn't it?
Well, look at Cassidy. He's putting pressure on Senna now.
And Sadio, I think Sadio's the one who's obviously causing all this, or causing... He can't make the move on Jesse, so he's going to have to get past Jesse pretty soon. Jesse is doing his teammate an absolute wonder. So Evo's probably, if they're in the party, and I know they're both Dutch, he might be telling Jesse, hold them up for as long as you can, because the top 3 are breaking away, aren't they?
Yeah, sounds just like me and Oliver from last season. Team orders, of course, coming into play. But Mano, he does look like he's actually closed up the gap, so he might be able to get moved on. Jesse actually lost the rear a little bit on the exit.
No DRS.
Go to the outside, I think, Mano.
No DRS, but
now
Mano's going to try and pull off the move. Is any other moves being made? No, it's just Sadio. And Jesse is going to be hung out to dry on the inside there. As Sadio makes a very nice move. But Jesse, he has given up. So, not worth the fight. And as you said, Cassidy still putting pressure on the cars ahead. He looks like he's got a bit of pace there. But so many different tyres, so many different tyre, obviously, wears as well. So, a lot of people have different pace, but Jesse, look at that gap grow. 5/10 to Sadio. By the end of the lap, he's going to be out of DRS, surely.
I mean, he's still managing to stay with him, so you never know. He might be able to stay within DRS.
He qualified 16th as Neil Sarno.
Oh, JB again!
JB, he loves a bit of action.
Mr. Merckx and JB do not want to let go of each other, I think, here.
I mean, to be fair, the racing wasn't very good on the first lap, but since then it's been, or lap 3 or whatever it is, it's been pretty good as Alpha King, Bakesmoo and JB. What's happened to JB? I think he might be having some tyre issues. There's even Oliver's sniffing at that rear wing, the Ural Kali, good old fertiliser sponsor, which is not going to be on a Haas car this season. But Sen is now going to have DRS, and as you actually said, he's out of a second, but he managed to keep DRS, Jesse, just about.
I told you Jesse would keep the DRS.
And I told you he'd be out of a second, so I think we were both right somehow. But does he get it for this second straight?
Oh, and I think Oliver's got the move done on JB, maybe.
Side by side, but Jesse, he's going to back out. Jesse is very clean in terms of when it comes to battles, and he knows which ones to fight, but that one, he just doesn't seem to maybe have the tyres. As little Brookie's out, but that's in the pits. Thank goodness for that. I think we'd like a few laps without a safety car, thank you. But Ruben, by the way, he's not been able to pull out of a second. Well, he has been able to pull out of a second, but can VIP get back in the DRS? I think this is going to be the story of the whole race, isn't it?
Demoniac spun.
Oh, poor Demoniac, he hasn't been...
He's left, and
that is pathetic, really.
Yeah.
The man who came second in F4, that is a bit of a shame to see. He hasn't had the best of luck though, but you can't be retiring that easily as Yuri makes a move on JB.
JB's just having... He's on 11 lap old medium, so that could explain it.
Look at Jesse. It's a Jesse train at the moment, isn't it? Sen is everywhere, apart from in front of that Mercedes.
He's got to get it done, surely.
He surely has to, and I think he will. But Jesse, he's really trying to hold them off. He's going to weave a little bit, but Sen is going to go all the way around the outside. Jesse, once again, Jesse wants the inside. Barges him off a little bit, but he manages to stay ahead. So fair play to Jesse. That looked a little bit aggressive, but... managed to make it stick, and now Cassidy. Can he make the move? This is going to be a brave move to make. He's going to have to try and get the switch back. It's tight racing.
No way is he going to make this.
No. This can't be on. Oh my goodness. Great racing. Oh, get your ERS off. This is he's going to spin if he's not careful with an overtake on. How is he...
Why is he using the ERS? Maybe it's a glitch.
It could well be a glitch. If he is using it, then it is pretty impressive that he's this close to the back of Sen. But great racing again, as he turns out finally. Great racing though. Sen and Cassidy both showing a bit of respect, just about giving off space. But it's still the Jesse train, still.
I got the timing glitch.
Yeah, me too, but I'm just using a mini-map, and I think still looks like Jesse is not going to pit.
Mr. Merckx.
Mr. Merckx gets overtaken by his teammate, but Jesse, is he going to be overtaken by Sen? Sen, the Ferrari man, he's going to be closing in with that 14km/h advantage. Can he make it move second time round? Jesse is going to defend.
No, he's not.
Great defending from Jesse. I think Jesse's showing all the F4 drivers how it's done. But to be fair, his exit hasn't been the best. And Sen is going to try and sail it all the way around the outside. It's going to be absolutely bold. Try not to make contact. What a move from Sen. And can he keep it on track? Or has he though? Is that an illegal overtake? It doesn't seem like it. But I think he might have been ahead into the corner. Sen just about made that stick. I think that was a pretty damn decent move.
Jesse's also D-racing, so he's out of ERS pretty much.
Look at the top 5.
Good defending by Jesse.
Yeah, because of this, Jesse is basically caused an absolute gap between each and every driver. As Demoniac...
Is that 8? Did he rejoin? I think he rejoined.
I think maybe it was a disconnect and then he rejoined, but
He
either
left,
way...
but then he got a speeding penalty.
It's good that he didn't retire on track like Dan Messi did, or I think Dan Messi might have smashed himself into the wall.
He crashed where Max Verstappen crashed in 2020 Hungary.
Yeah, I don't think Michael Van Doggen crashed there. It'd be really weird now if he does crash there. But Cassidy, round the outside of Jesse, how many times are we going to say this? We're not even halfway through the race. Cassidy, the McLaren man. Well, he's going to get caught on the curb, Cassidy, but he's still going to try and make the move.
Wow.
Once again, this time Jesse's on the outside of turn 2. Can Jesse sail it round? It looks like he has a better traction. Going to make a little bit of contact, but Jesse, for once, actually manages to win that battle.
Is he going to try go for it, though?
No way. Great defending from Jesse, this is. Fair play to Jesse. He's waiting for that safety car, and he's using every single position and fighting it like it's championships on a line. It's great battling.
Yeah, but look at VIP. He's all of a sudden close by a second on Ruben's lap.
Yeah, I think he might have been outside of DRS, but now well and truly inside DRS. But look at Ruben's ERS. I think that's why. VIP's used a hell of a lot more.
He had a second and a half worth of a gap, so maybe he made a huge mistake somewhere as well.
Well, his tyres... I think that's into turn 13. We're going to keep an eye out for the lead, but Bullboy, I think, makes a move on Niels, or Niels tries to make the move. Can VIP get anywhere close to a move on Ruben? He's going to brake late as possible.
We cut the corner.
It might be a warning, that. Oh, very close. As who's that pitting? That's Jesse. So Jesse finally pits.
Oh, he's going for mediums, I think.
That's to the end. Now, how much time can he gain, Jesse, on the rest of the pack, and how many overtakes can he make? That'll be the interesting stuff. Oliver makes a move on Alpha King, or he's going to try Alpha King down the inside of him. Alpha King, actually, has a much better line through that corner. Oliver...
Get it done.
He's not going to be able to make it, and I think Oliver might get a warning for that as well. So Oliver's really struggling. Neil Sarno, he's lost a position to Mr. Merckx as well. What's happening to Neil Sarno? I do not know. It's just not been his day. Yeah. But penalties mean he is P7, to be fair.
Oh, GTA!
No. Oh, we talked about the warning, didn't we, turn 1, Charlie? Because maybe that was his second, and he's just got his third. Yeah. Oh, but the good thing is, he is outside 3 seconds to Evo. That's the only good thing out of this.
I think I just found the reason why Ruben lost so much time to GTA a couple laps ago. He picked up two warnings in 1 lap.
Ah, so he must have maybe lost a bit of grip as... GTA struggling for grip. Now maybe Evo on those hards, I think the hards might be the faster tyre by now. They could well be.
Mr. Merckx, he almost lost it.
Bullboy, to be fair to Bullboy, he's on for P6 as the battling in the midfield, F3 or in anything, the battling in the midfield is always so fierce. It's great to see. Oliver, not got the best of lines, but Yuri on the hards, he's not going to be able to do anything. But at the moment, Ruben out on top, Sadio in P4, Alpine looking very good to maintain that constructors lead, or they're not even in the lead, I think they're seconds. So Aston Martin not doing the best of jobs, but there's some great battles here between the two alphas in the midfield, and Aston Martin obviously Neil Sardo, who's in a alpha sandwich, if you know what I mean. But it's a very good battling at the moment. And let's see if anyone can get past Bullboy, and it's starting to become no longer the Jesse train, but the Bullboy train.
Yeah, it's definitely going to start becoming. But how is Ruben setting fastest lap on 14 lap old meters? But I think Bullboy and Oliver, they for sure definitely pit again because they're on 16 lap old mediums. They're not going to get those to the end. Yeah,
I mean, they pitted lap 3, I think, after the first safety car.
Yeah, they did.
Luke or Mr. Merckx, very clever, doesn't make a move. But into turn 2, he's going to give Bullboy a love tap. We know Bullboy loves those. And now, can he possibly make a move on Bullboy? Bullboy in P7. I think he's going to stay that way out to turn 2, as he's not close enough. But Neil Sarno maybe does have a bit of rear wing damage, because he doesn't seem to be having that consistency as Sen gets a penalty. And this means Bullboy, if he can close up to Sen, might be able to get even P5, as a lot of penalties are obviously happening around this track. As Mr. Merckx, is that a move into the chicane? No, he doesn't think about it. But any surprises for you, Charlie, in terms of from qualifying to the race?
I mean, I did say Ruben's got the pace. He's clearly shown it. But let's also look at Jesse. On the last lap, compare his lap time to Matey Boy. He was a second and a half quicker. And he's already closed a second on this lap. As Bullboy and Mr. Merckx.
Yeah, the side-by-side, lovely helicopter shot I had there. He tried to make the move, but Bullboy is holding all of them up. This is.
Oh my goodness!
Oh no! Neil Sano, was that a spin or was that contact? I think that might have been spin. Oh, and his day goes from bad to worse. I was just going to say the train goes all the way back to about Yuri or Neil Sano.
Mr. Merckx is going to go for it again.
Mr. Merckx isn't influenced by the cars behind. He's going to try and make it. I think the outside seems to be the better line by most of the drivers. And as you can see, Bullboy gets a bit better traction. But no DRS for Bullboy. But he's going to try and go down the inside.
He's going to try to go for it still.
Oh no,
but Mr. Merckx is in.
I think that might have been Bullboy's fault. Ooh, it's a tight one, but I think Bullboy might have understeered into him. It's a tight one.
Oh, Oliver and Alpha King.
Keep it clean, keep it clean. Oh my goodness.
I think Oliver might have to give that back.
I think they were both off the track though, weren't they? So
I definitely saw Oliver off the track. I'm not sure about Alpha King though.
I think they were both off the track as much as each other there. It looked as though both of them got a little bit too much on the throttle, but Oliver benefits from that completely. He gets past, I think, Alpha King as well as Bullboy after the spin. So Oliver picks up the pieces, but Bullboy drops all the way down to P15. And Jesse, closing up obviously quite a lot after the two spinners of Neil Sano and Bullboy. But FRL at the moment in terms of the team, 14th, 15th, 16th and 17th. But to be fair, they had drivers in 8th, 9th, 10th and 2nd. So a little bit mixed as Mr. Merckx pits. And if he's on 16 lap old mediums, does that mean we are expecting Ruben to pit maybe?
And here's the other thing, Jesse's also going to get ahead of him as well. That's the amount of time that he's clearly gained after making that pit stop.
Yeah, he's gaining a lot of time, and I think that's the key thing about a two-stop. If there are gaps between drivers, a two-stop can be very good, or because otherwise, if it's in a DRS train, it's very tough to overtake. But at the moment, there doesn't seem to be much of a DRS train as Oliver gets a penalty. The only train there seems to be, which is Oliver, Alpha King and Yuri. Oh, as there's Michael Van Dongen, JB and Matey Boy, which is going to be joined by Neil Sano soon. But yeah, not too many trains. I mean, a lot of the guys are quite spread out. Like, I think all of the top 7 completely spread out. But we'll go on. Do you know what? We'll go on board with the lap of Ruben as VIP pits.
He's gonna try pull off the strategy, the two-stop. But I'm not gonna lie, where is he gonna come out though? That's the real question.
That is not a two-stop, surely no. He's gonna go. Is he?
He's gonna be. Oh my goodness, he's gonna be behind the whole pack, I think.
Oh, he's used softs already, of course. Okay, so these mediums are going to the end.
He's gonna.
Is he gonna be able to make a move in terms of an undercut on Ruben? I don't think it'll matter because Ruben's pace.
I mean, here's the thing.
Brilliant.
He's got to get ahead of all the traffic first, so if I was Ruben, I think I'd probably try and stay out, but of course, it depends how close he is to a tire puncture, of course.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I would have said just that. If his tyres are maybe like 50%, I'd say keep on going. There's no harm in doing that. I think he's obviously taken pole as well, but there's no harm in just pitting now. But at the same time, the last thing Ruben wants, Charlie, is to be stuck behind Yuri. Because if he pits now, he'll be behind Yuri, I think. And he doesn't want to be behind Yuri because he might get damaged in that DRS train if he makes a bad move.
Yeah, so VIP's already probably going to get held up. But if Ruben does pit, which he's not doing right now,
I think that's
probably going to give the race win to Evo.
Ooh. Evo could actually win this, actually, because of all the traffic. I think the Mercedes pit crew have been tapping in the numbers. Evo could well win this. But it's going to be two-stop versus a one-stop, Charlie. So we'll have to find out which one's the best. This is exactly why you do race practice, to find out which strategy is the best. This is why you do the race pace, because obviously the race is where the points are won. Ruben took pole, but it doesn't mean anything, obviously, if he drops away. But Alv King in that DRS train, look how much this is holding up VIP GTA Gamer Charlie. He's going to lose absolutely buck tons of time, as Ruben is going probably half a second faster than these guys a lap.
Here's the other thing, Evo's on hard, and he's just pretty much keeping the same gap.
Yeah, but after the pit stop, if Ruben does make a pit stop, it's going to be very tight between him and Ruben towards the end.
Yeah.
I think what Ruben needs, and VIP, is all the guys 7th and above to pit. Because once they all pit, they get a free shot at Evo. But the problem is they've got a massive wall of alphas ahead of them, as Yuri's making a move, and VIP must be getting so heated in that cockpit, because he's like, guys, do you have to battle? Oh. And I think he might have damage. Oh no, he doesn't, but he's clearly getting very frustrated as coming to the last corner.
Oh my goodness.
They're still side by side, but now VIP is going to make the move, but they're almost three wide off the last corner. Let's hope they keep this clean. But can VIP make the move? He's going to have to make the move.
Behind, that's matey boy. He gets the move done though.
Good move from VIP. I think Yuri's lost out to Oliver.
Merckx.
I wasn't sure who was ahead, but Titus Luke, as you said, in 15th, pits and gets past this lap. But what does this mean? VIP now, he's going to be chasing onto the back of Alf King. Does Ruben pit now, Charlie? Or if you're Ruben, would you maybe even stay out to the end?
Well, Evo is actually beginning to approach him, so maybe he wants to try and go for another set of mediums. And here's the problem. He wants to time the pit stop correctly, because if he comes out behind all that traffic, he's going to be in trouble. But let's see if he does pit, he stays out another lap. So he's probably going to try to go to the end here, I reckon.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see how this strategy pays out. Does Ruben pit? Ruben obviously doesn't pit. Evo obviously doesn't pit, but none of the top guys seem to be pitting. I've got a feeling all these guys are going to the end, and this puts the pressure. Can Evo catch up? Because I just saw that Evo did a 19-0. Not sure what Ruben did, but as Casti does pit. So ignore what I said there. Maybe the top guys are going to plan to pit. Oh, what a dive bomb from VIP! That was aggressive. Wow. What a move!
Alpha King.
Damn, Alpha King actually got mugged off there by VIP. What a move! And now VIP on the fresh tyres. He, I think now, is going to be trying to lap faster than Ruben. So does Ruben pit now?
Cassie's gone for softs, but are they gonna run out of grip? But here's the other thing: Evo, he's probably not gonna be closing the gap because look at the ERS. Ruben was nearly 70%. Evo nearly D-rating.
And the problem around Hungary is obviously there's not many straights, so there's not many places you can obviously gain back that ERS. Obviously the hard braking zones is where you gain it back. So he's gonna have a hard time, Evo, trying to gain and store up that ERS, but keep an eye out for Sadio Mano. I mean, if one of the Alpines pit, Charlie, one of the others will probably stay out. So it's a win-win for Alpine, as I've forgotten the name of the head principal. It's not a Bitbull, is it? But he's going to be a happy man at the moment with both their drivers on the podium.
Well, I will say, it's a bit similar to last season, Alpine winning the race, because of course Jacko won here last season to pick up his first win.
And similar Ruben, to real life F1 as well, with obviously Ocon winning. So it's quite odd. No Aston Martin in second, but that could well happen with VIP. Now, I have got the race results. Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari was third. So if Sen comes third, then that is very, very odd how they managed to come just in the same order as in real life. But VIP... not lapping in PBs, but he is gaining on Sen.
And that's Neil Sano.
Again. Oh, his day goes from bad to worse, doesn't it? As everyone goes through him. It is painful for the Aston Martin.
And Oliver's back in the pit lane.
I don't know why. Maybe he just got damaged from the spin. I mean, he could well be fastest lap. It doesn't hurt to have an extra point.
I mean, look at the gap. He's very far behind, so he might just go for the fast lap.
His teammate is in the points, but here's what's interesting. Jesse on a 2-stop. We're talking about 2-stops. Jesse is on a 2-stop, and he's all over the back of Bullboy. So I think maybe VIP, this could be similar with him and Ruben. If this pans out towards the front guys, maybe they should be looking at this battle and saying maybe we should pit. Because Jesse has gained an absolute fuck-ton amount of time on Bullboy. We have got 8 laps left.
Oh, he goes very wide.
That is incredibly wide, but I think
hits.
Dittis Luke or Mr. Merckx isn't going to be able to make a move, or is he?
Oh,
He's
Merckx,
got the
actually.
ERS. Bullboy is actually going to be under threat here because both of them are
ERS
gaining.
Well, and they're gonna,
Cassidy! Oh, this is 4 wide almost! Wow,
No
what
way.
racing! God blimey.
Mr. Merckx is gonna get the move here, I think, on Bullboy maybe.
I almost died, but Mr. Merckx, I think he's going to make the move, or not one, but 2 of them, as he's going to go all the way around the outside. What a move, Bullboy, he's going to put flat to the floor. Bullboy actually stays ahead, this is brilliant racing. 25 lap old tyres from Bullboy, fair play to him. He's taking those 2 points, and he's going to try and keep them for as long as possible. But also, just to say, Charlie, gap out front, 7.1. Evo's actually dropping away.
Yeah, that's, I guess, maybe. Yeah, but look at the RS usage again. Ruben's barely losing anything. And Mano, if maybe Ruben, maybe if Evo starts to struggle, maybe it could become an Alpine 1-2.
Oh, it could, but Sadio, I mean, you have to have ERS to overtake. Sadio has virtually none coming into turn 1. But he's not quite gaining Sadio on Evo, but you wouldn't imagine him to. But it looks like, I've heard it being said before, but the mediums are a very good race tire around most tracks, but in particular around Hungary.
He's going to go for it again here, I think. Yep, he is.
Cassidy as well is probably.
Side.
Ooh.
Oliver a penalty. He's got it done this time.
Good move. And Bullboy, I mean, Bullboy doesn't have a penalty though, so Bullboy has to hang on to Mr. Merckx.
Yeah. I don't think he'll be able to.
Wasn't Bullboy and Mr. Merckx the 2 drivers that collided, causing a Bullboy to spin?
Yes, they did.
So he's back for vengeance.
Again. Yeah.
Oh, he gets another penalty. Oh god, poor Mr. Merckx or Dittis Luke. When he thought he could get away from Bullboy, he gets another penalty, and Sen gets a penalty. So that means VIP.
Sen's approaching.
Ooh.
Sen's approaching Mano.
I mean, VIP is going to be hoping he doesn't approach too quick. Because if Sen has DRS and Sadio, it's going to be very difficult for VIP to get near that podium. But look at the tyres. Everyone seems to be struggling with ERS, but also everyone seems to be managing fine with the tyres, even though they're very worn in the top 4. Very interesting for strategy for tomorrow, that's for sure.
Yeah, but at the same time, we also see a couple of guys on softs, but at the same time, they're at the back, but we've also got another battle going on, which is P15 between Oliver and Matey Boy, but...
Bullboy again!
On that. Oh my goodness, again!
Cassidy, he's on softs, but here's the thing, Bullboy's going to get the DRS, or is he? Oh no, there's only one DRS detection point, is there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse's going to have a piece of Bullboy, and this isn't going too well as Neil Sano. I mean, it does put away a little bit of the hurt Neil Sano's feeling.
Yeah, like 1%.
Yeah. You can tell just from that one corner he has the pace, and he has been practicing quite a bit, but as is the thing with Neil Sano, the qualifying wasn't great, and that means you're fighting in the midfield, which means you're going to get involved in incidents, which means your race is going to be hindered. So just because of that qualifying session, he's not getting points.
Oh, Cassidy's round! I think he's got the car back on the track, but I think he might have spun for a second.
Has he got damage?
His tires looked a bit cooked, I think, but no damage from what I see.
Look at that. I think his tyre temps, I can't quite spot them on the dashboard, but they are absolutely finished.
Yeah.
He's wrestling that car like you would if you're Canadian with a polar bear. It's awful. As Jesse might make a move on Bullboy.
And look at VIP as well on the back of Sen.
I reckon VIP could well get a podium here, but he'd have to pull away from Sadio quite a bit. As Jesse's
going for the dive bomb.
That was, he tried to do what VIP did on Yuri, I think it was he? No, Alpha King, sorry, it was.
He's trying to copy his FRL brother.
He's trying, but he's actually trying to get past his
JD.
FRL brother, but Bullboy is not being very nice, and he's actually not wanting to hold him up. Oh, he is wanting to hold him up, but Bullboy at the moment, he's getting P9, but Mr. Mercs is pulling away quite a bit, but Yuri, by the way, just a quick thing on him, he's having a very good race. Those hards seem to be working quite well for 7th and 8th.
I won't lie, if Bullboy can get these tires to the end, still score points, I'm giving him driver of the day for that. 'Cause that is impressive.
Yeah. He would have been up there a bit as well. I think he would have been P7, and compared to his qualifying, he could well be driver of the day,
yellow
but...
flags.
Mayboy.
Oh, Mayboy's in the barriers.
Is that... I mean, that could be a safety car, but it isn't going to be.
It will spice things up, but I don't think it will be.
Oh, it would very much spice things up, but VIP, before we even get to turn 1, he's already ahead.
Okay. Well, can he
Game
catch
on.
up to Mano?
4 laps he's
somehow...
got.
I mean, he's got the penalty, of course, and there's not that many laps left. Plus, he doesn't have a lot of VRS to use, but neither does Sadio Mano. But I don't think he's got enough time.
I'm just checking on Ruben. As Cassidy, that's in the pits. I think his tyres were cooked, so he gave up. I think this race has been pretty good, apart from the safety car restart, or the second safety car restart, and lap 1. Apart from that, I think the racing's been good. When it's been like 1-to-1, when it's been like DRS trains, we've seen why. As Jesse, okay, well that was...
Well, that needs a point for Bullboy.
Well, that was very close. Taking out Bullboy. Jesse just went absolutely kamikaze there at the end of the first sector. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Mayboy's retired. Safety car? Oh, it's in the pit.
No, in the pits. God, a lot of drivers can't take being outside the points and running. A lot of drivers want to keep their pride, and it's not much pride in retiring. I'd much rather try and chance it and be like Oliver and say, you never know, there could be 4 cars crashing out. If you saw F1 Saudi Arabia last few laps, you know anything's possible. That was an absolute chaotic race there, but VIP closing in on Sadio.
I was about to say Mr. Mercs got ahead of Bullboy, but I just realized that's Mr. Mercs, not Jesse. But Jesse, he's on the back of Bullboy again. Can he get the move done this time? Bullboy seems to have more straight line speed, I think.
He's probably running default setup knowing Bullboy. Ooh, Bullboy does push him a little bit.
Jesse's forcing him off. That's Jesse's fault, in my opinion. Bullboy left him plenty of space.
It was hard to tell from the angles, but coming out of turn 2...
He's just running into the back of him at this point.
Jesse's trying to do the NASCAR bump drafting, but he's got to be careful with getting
this isn't NASCAR.
Front wing damage. I mean, the racing at times would be NASCAR. It's been very good racing. We almost went 4 wide into turn 1, to be fair. Mr. Mercs, though, on the back of Michael Van Dongen, that could be a battle. But the one I'm more interested in, look at VIP GTA Gamer. He's got to make the move now, because he'll have 2 laps to pull out of 3 seconds.
Mayboy's... I'm clearly going blind at this point, I think.
Can VIP GTA Gamer make the move? He's not closing in very fast.
He's going to go for it, I think.
Oh, he does the switch back. He tries. Oh, he tried it.
Mano had the line.
Oh,
Mano
my bad.
already had the line.
But into turn 2, he's going to go for another kind of switchback. Oh, they're going to get very close. Oh, keep it clean, boys, as they're going to go side by side into turn 3. And now Aston Martin, side by side with the Alpine, all the way up to turn 4. This is brilliant racing. They're going to bang wheels. Oh no, for the championship leaders round. He's round.
You never go side by side through there.
You don't go side by side through there. And VIP GTA Gamer has to say toodaloo to a podium. And now he's down in P5. And that is at least 2 points lost for him, and with penalties I think he stays. I think it stays the same. It's still...
Well, I mean, he can actually, he might be able to gain those points back, actually.
I mean, to be fair, it was worth a try. I mean, he didn't have much to lose, and he actually... I mean, Jesse, he didn't get any damage, so he was fine in the end.
Still on the back of Bullboy.
Jesse and Bullboy seem to be like an inseparable couple, which always argues but always comes back together. They're still...
Look at Neil Sano as well.
So close.
He's catching up to him.
Neil Sano, I thought he was a little bit further ahead. He's only P12. But we are on the last lap, and the Alpine of Ruben looks like he's going to be heading for a Alpine 1-3. The 2 Belgians have done absolutely brilliantly. I don't want to jinx it, but... they're doing so well out there. I'm very proud of Ruben. I mean, I can't believe he's taken pole in the race win. The point I have to say is where's his pace come from Ruben? He's only got 10 points this season, but how has he done this? Is it holidays and he's now got time to practice? Is that what it is?
He's getting ready for the fake summer break, but Jesse, he might be able to get the move done this time.
Oh, this is it, this is it, and he's finally done it.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Ballboy might maybe go for it on Jesse. Jesse finally gets it done. It only took him 34 laps or 35 laps, but he finally gets it done. But all eyes will be on Ruben as he uses overtake into last sector. Very odd. He is gonna be your race winner. Please don't spin. But the Alpine pit crew are already on the pit wall. They're gonna be absolutely screaming, hands in the air. It's a 1-2 for Alpine. Absolute jubilation for Ruben. Great race from him. And the Mercedes of Evo gets seconds as Mano.
I think he has a left rear puncture.
Mano's a puncture, I think. Does he?
I think he does. I can't tell, but he went wide. He went wide in the second to last corner.
He might well have done, but VIP anyway is going to take P4. Sadio, very safe. He was a second away from getting P7, but with the penalty, he survives. Michael Van Doren gets P8.
He got ahead of Ballboy.
So who's going to get the final point? I do not know, actually. Who's going to be? Jesse up to the line. Oh, he crashes. Neil Sano takes it. Yes! And Ballboy... Oh, Ballboy does take it.
But fair play to Ballboy. How close was it?
0.4 to be exact.
Wow.
What a race. Ooh, I can't wait for interviews, but only thing is, can Ruben speak English?
I think he can.
It'd be great if he could, but I haven't heard him speak English, but
I've never even heard his voice.
Yeah, no disrespect to him, but it'll be great to hear him, obviously the race winner taking a bow for the Hungarian fans. Oh, he's going to be very, very happy with that, as his teammate will be. And, yeah. Extremely entertaining race, and the Alpines just seem to have the race pace. And I think, I mean, who do you award driver of the day to, Charlie? Because, I mean, there's Ballboy. I mean, Sadio Mane will probably be screaming at you through his TV.
Yeah, you've actually just mentioned that.
You've left him heartbroken.
I want to give it to Ballboy, but at the same time, Mano gained so many positions, and I said EVP 3.
Sadio Mane gained 17, Ballboy gained 8. I mean, they both gained a lot, but I think it'd be very, very harsh if he didn't give it to Sadio.
I want to give it to Ballboy because he made the tires last so long. But
he did.
It's a hard decision. It really is.
Ballboy,
I think I'm gonna have to give it to Mano.
Yeah, I think Mano deserves it, to be honest. I don't know how many overtakes he got done, but as you said, he has brilliant starts and he managed to do so well throughout the whole of that race. But yeah, as we load out, I will get the Alpine up for us, and
I just realised
we're gonna have to do private interviews. I think, yeah.
I just realised if Sen actually overtook Mano for P3, of course, it would have been the exact same finish as real life.
That is, and as you were saying, if Sadio did have a puncture, it could have well happened.
It looked like he did.
Oh, it is, otherwise he was picking up a hell of a lot of understeer. Because if you're picking up that much understeer that you think is puncture, it's pretty worrying if you have a lap left. But Sadio is probably pretty pleased that race is done and dusted.
I just asked him and he said he did get puncture.
Lucky man. But it is the Alpine who gets the 1-3. Charlie, shall I leave it with you to start a party if you got them added as a friend?
I'm gonna be adding them to this party chat really quick.
Okay. Hopefully, I think Evo might have a mic. So let's just
hope he does. I think he does actually. He does.
And in terms of the championship, these guys are Ruben is P10. Oh, sorry, P13 in the championship, but he's going to jump all the way to P7 in the championship. In terms of Sadio Mane, who came third tonight, he's third, and he's going to jump to second in the championship. These are just my rough calculations, and Evo, I think he's going to jump to third in the championship. So all the top three are going to be very, very happy, as you'd probably expect. Brilliant strategies all the way around.
Here's another thing that might shock you. Ruben was on those tires for so long, they were only 60%.
Rubens?
Yeah.
How?
Oh, I can add somebody to the power chat. I don't know who it is. I think it's Ruben. Oh, I can't add Ruben for some reason. I think you might have something with settings.
I'll ping Ruben, saying, can you add Charlie? Did you say you can add Evo and Sadio?
I've added Evo. I've managed to add Evo and Mano.
Oh, that's good. Okay. I'll ping Evo as well. But yeah, I mean, what a race! I think.
I'm pretty sure I got Ruben added already.
Okay. I can try if you want to add him. Well, shall we start with Evo then? I think Evo, you're here, right? Just to be sure.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Well, Evo, obviously you took second place tonight, and it was a great strategy from you going from soft to medium. A very simple race. I hope you didn't fall asleep at any point because it looked very simple for you. But how did you feel about that race in general? Surely you're absolutely just jubilant at that podium.
Yes. Yeah, the race was a bit cleaner than last week. So that was nice, and yeah.
Yeah, of course. You weren't actually in too many battles because you kind of hit the front and stayed there. What did you think about the Alpines? Do you think you had the pace maybe to possibly take the win, or do you think just Ruben was in a kind of a different league?
Yeah, Ruben was too fast. Also on older tires, he manages to be faster than me.
Do you think you would have gone mediums if you could have gone back to that safety car? Because obviously you had the opportunity to, and I think Charlie, you said you would have gone mediums, unless I'm wrong with that. And you obviously went hards to spice it up, and you managed to get second and hold off Sadio, but at the same time, maybe you could have got first if you went mediums, or are you happy with going hards?
Yeah, I'm happy because mediums are, for me, not better than the hards, because the hards are not overheating as much.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm gonna have to check the calendar, but
France.
It is France. As I think you won F4 last time because I remember commentating over it. You stole a podium from Steven, quite funnily enough, on the last season. But obviously you took the win round there. We know you have won there before. Do you think you'll be able to win there again, just this time in F3?
I hope, because I'm better at the track than last year. So I hope so.
Also, Charlie, do you have any questions for Evo? Obviously taking second place for the Mercedes.
No questions from me tonight, but definitely he made the right call to go for hards. He didn't get that but he definitely made the right call in getting those hards on, because of course Mano picked up that puncture on the second to last corner, of course. So definitely the right choice there, Evo. Just didn't quite have enough pace to catch up to Ruben, of course, but still fantastic race by you, and hopefully you do well again next week.
Yeah, and I think that's it in terms of your interview and the interviews, as it doesn't seem as though we have the two Belgians joining us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's before 8:30, so I'll be watching the Arsenal game soon. For any Arsenal fans out there, come on, you Gunners. But I think we'll wrap it up there. Thank you, Charlie, ever so much for having me on in F3. I'm not sure if I'll return, but I hope you and Remco obviously return next week for France. It'll be an exciting race. But any last comments before obviously France? We see you in a week's time.
All I will say is if Alicia's still watching, can you please still call me Posh Boy? Every night.
I mean, to be fair, I think you could be called a lot worse by some of the other guys. But anyway, that is me and Charlie wrapping you up with F3's action. Entertaining as always in FRL, never fails to disappoint, great racing, and we will see you in a week's time for France.